And good evening. Welcome into the company. My name's B. Lenny holding it down with Mobile and Nick. We got Rich is coming in a few, but welcome into the company, everybody. Come in, have a seat, have a sit down, a sit with us, talk with us for a little while. If you're coming in for the first time, this is a podcast about absolutely nothing and everything all at the same time. Here's Rich coming in right now. Rich, what's going on?
What up, man?
Chilling. Hope everybody had an amazing week. Had a productive week, and if you didn't, you can try again next week. You know, everything don't happen like you want it to whenever you try to get stuff done. There's been a few things happening in the news. The NBA finals are still underway. We got two teams left. Who are the teams?
No, not yet. Brian, don't jinx it yet.
Don't jinx it yet?
Yeah, no.
What time? When does this game start?
No, right now it's the Western Conference Finals.
Okay. So it's still
Boston's in the finals.
Okay.
Hopefully Dallas will win, but yeah, it's not jinx it yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
My apologies. So we'll most likely, if everything goes in Nick's way, we'll have Boston and Dallas, which is probably the only time you hear Dallas in the finals of anything. So everybody,
you said, not me.
Hey, I'm just saying, it hadn't happened in my time. We had the Detroit Lions make it last year, and yeah, if the Detroit Lions can make it all the way to the NFL finals or whatever you want to call it, conference finals.
You were close. Yeah, sports.
Then you know the sports still puts me in a headlock to this day. So a few things have, like I said, been going on. You got the finals about to kick off. Got the a few other things in entertainment. You know, you still got the Diddy trial popping off. They're talking about bringing people in for a trial. Now, I don't know exactly what the charges are going to be. Did you hear anything about what the charges are going to be for him? Anybody?
For who?
Diddy, because they're bringing people in.
Yeah. Well,
they're not. I haven't heard anything about criminal yet, though. Because I mean,
neither. They can't prosecute. That's what
statute of limitations.
Now, granted, if it's stuff that was already in question.
Yeah,
get rid of his house. So, but as far as anything new, they ain't got nothing new on.
Okay,
can't do nothing.
Okay. All the allegations against Sean Diddy Combs. So right now they're talking about the lawsuits against the rapper began in 16th November 2023. He was sued by singer Cassie. Of course, we know about that. His former partner, who alleged years of abuse. It was filed under the New York Adult Survivors Act just before it expired. This act offered a 1-year window for adult victims of sexual assault to come forward with civil claims, regardless of the statute of limitations.
Civil claims, though.
Yeah.
Civil claims. So, and not jail time. Money.
Yeah, they're gonna bleed them. They're gonna bleed them. If they can't put them behind bars they're gonna dry them pockets out. Which is what this is gonna come down to. But other than that, I don't think we really heard anything over the past week other than what we already know. So that's just going par for course.
Let me ask you this though. I heard on the radio, maybe today or yesterday, that he didn't attend his daughter's graduation. Some people gave him some flack for that. You know, whether or not he should have came, should he have kind of been hidden? What do y'all think? Do you think he should have showed up?
That's a long flight from Bali, ain't it?
That's what it was, bro.
That's a whole other story.
Right.
But
you know, that's
because
go ahead, Nick.
No, I mean, I get that you don't want to. If I'm in a similar situation as his, you don't want to take away the attention of the people that are graduating, including your daughter. I get that. I'm sure his daughter would have wanted him there, but
well, I mean, that would go with any time a celebrity attends their child's graduation. You taking the attention away from everybody else.
But no, that's different.
Right.
That's different. Because it's one thing if you're just there. Right, like if you're there and you're a celebrity, that's one thing, right? But you're talking about, you know, it's people trying to ask questions, and then people who have feelings about things,
strong feelings.
Yeah, thank you, Nick. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, what do y'all think? Should he have gone?
I wouldn't
No,
have.
but he should. But all he needed to do is just be at the cookout, the after party, or
Right.
not. What I
I
can't
don't
say
think anybody's going to the after party if
I
Diddy's
can't
dead.
say after party. My bad. That's what we.
We don't
You
do
get
those
a-
here.
You get an invite. You get an invite for Diddy's graduation party. You going?
Not now.
So I mean, I don't know, man. But like I said, if my daughter or my niece is graduating and there's a high level security, a high level celebrity like that there, that is taken away from her graduation, even if he was under some kind of
Well, I think the thing may be with that, I get what you're saying, Brian, is maybe what could be the other ramifications. Somebody might feel emboldened to do something to Puffy.
Right.
Like they see him out there. We got all these different, we're not talking about just taking away attention. We've got some strong, they might be anger, that's there. So that's why I'm saying. So it's a little different than that, than just the regular, if he was there 2 years ago, I'm hearing.
Right.
Okay.
I'm with Rob. Tell him to send a card and stay home.
That's probably what he did. Well, he's
happy birthday, Rob, by the way.
Hey, Rob, happy birthday.
Birthday sauce to you.
Yeah. So yeah, that thing's still going on. No potato salad for them.
Reasons.
Yeah. This whole thing is just getting kind of just weird now. Every time you think it's quieting down and they're just going to handle stuff behind closed doors, you hear something else. Somebody else comes out, somebody else has another lawsuit. So they're keeping it in our faces for some reason. And speaking of legal,
that's their thing.
Revenue.
Yeah.
Hold on, Rob, not in a black household.
Is raisins a thing in potato salad? No.
Not in a black household. And I don't even eat potato salad, but no.
Even if you think you saw it, that might have been a roach.
Yeah. I'm really.
Yeah.
No.
You lucky to find a box of raisins in most of the people's households I've been in. So I know they sure ain't using it for cooking.
Fair enough.
So speaking of legal, what do I want to call it? Legal shit.
Yeah.
Right. Are you saying that something happened today?
Did something happen today? Did something happen legally today? So, what do I want to
bet on the
call
lottery, 34 is your lucky number.
I'll just call him Trump. Trump has been found guilty of 34 counts of several things, but it was a hush money criminal trial.
Right.
And so it was he was found guilty in all 34 counts against him, and they went down Rob, and that's that here. And Rob asked a good question. He said, "Will he get time?" No, I don't think he'll see a day in jail. Not a day. There'll be this public spectacle of him, like maybe talking to cops or a mug shot, but he's not going to jail. You might go to Holden.
That's already out there.
Unfortunately, I don't think he will either, and I think it sets a bad precedent for that. I mean, there's always been one judge I used to be around. He would say, if you plead guilty, I'll give you the benefit of you pleading guilty. But if you want a trial, it's your right.
Yeah,
they find you guilty. Pack your bags.
Right.
But they said he can't. Go ahead.
I just don't like the idea of you. To me, if you want to have a right to a trial, which is fine, but then you found guilty and you don't go to prison or jail, it's like, what's the point of the trial? We just wasted court time.
Yeah,
court time, jury time, resources. So I just think it's a bad precedent if you don't go to jail and you found guilty at trial.
So I'm looking at the counts, and they seem to all repeat the same thing: falsifying business records in the first degree.
Yeah, it's a very low felony.
Yeah.
It's the lowest felony there, lowest class.
Yeah, just the defendant in the county of New York and elsewhere on or July 11th, 2017, with the intent to defraud and intent to commit another crime and aid and conceal the commission thereof, made and caused a false entry into the business records of an enterprise, to wit, Donald account, check, and check stub dated July 11th, bearing check numbers so and so and so, and kept them maintained by the Trump organization. And they all say the same thing.
I do have a question.
Go ahead.
I actually have two, but my question: did y'all say this is a low-level crime, felony? So is it not the same as like a death by 1,000 cuts? Because it seems as if, even though they are small, he got 34 of them. So why can't those 34 come, add on to each other?
Yeah,
they could. They
go
could.
ahead, Nick.
I mean, they could run consecutively. Again, it's up to the judge. It's just saying that low level is just that what I don't know what the penalty range is for these offenses, but I'm pretty sure it's not like a 0 to 10 year one. Essentially, it might be like 0 to 3 or 0 to 2. But again, you could. The only time I've really seen a consecutive sentence is, again, you're found guilty at trial, and so again, he exercises right to trial, and
I don't know, man.
The way I see it is like a sheet of paper by itself ain't gonna do shit, but you stack enough of them things, you got a book.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So you can't just overlook the fact that it's 34.
He should go to jail, prison. He should.
I absolutely
and it got nothing to do with my like or dislike about it. He just legit just broke the law.
And 12 people found him guilty,
and
that's important.
It's the rule. The whole rule of law thing is where this all plays out, right? And like y'all said, do you think it's gonna get any jail time? It'll just be interesting to see how this will play out. Now, here's the reality though. Got 34 counts, and if he does nothing, like, he got to do something. They got to they got to put him. They got to give him something.
They'll do something like give him an ankle bracelet, and he'll run his campaign from his house.
I think that they'll put him on house arrest for. I think that's probably what you're looking at, because that is an interesting question. Right? If you give a president jail time in prison, what does that do for Secret Service? Wait, does he still have a detail? I mean, because he gets him for life.
That's loaded. That's a loaded question. But
because he literally would have security around him 100% of the time.
That wouldn't be fair. It really wouldn't. So I had another chat ask a question. Well, brought up. He said something about if they, since he is found guilty, would they give him an option to do weekend jail time?
Is that ever an option for anybody?
Yeah, it's an option. We've asked for it. A lot of times it's something where if there's a guilty plea involved, you try to get that coordinated, but you can ask for it. But most times after like 1 or 2 weekends, the person's like, just give me straight time.
Yeah, but
because if you like, let's say if it's like 90 days and you do weekend time, it's going to take the whole year to do that.
Yeah.
So they're like, now I'm good. Just give me that.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like the way that, because they got sentencing is only a few days before the RNC convention, right? So like they're putting things together in a way where it just seems like, I don't want to say jail time is not going to be a thing, but they're probably going to give him something, even if it's 90 days in jail, right? Or it might just be just enough to get through election day, right? Like, what if it's just sentencing of like 6 months, right? That'll take you over the election.
Now, see what I'm looking at here is that each count carries a maximum prison sentence of 4 years.
Yeah, maximum.
There you go, maximum. Okay,
maximum.
So low level.
Yeah,
but so, they can still do he could still get, let's say it's 30 days and 30 days, 30 days.
He could still just get community service or probation.
Yeah, right.
He could, yes.
But so what happens with the presidential run? Is that still a thing for him?
Yes,
still run.
actually, he can still, which is nuts. Felons can't vote, but they can run for president. Like, that's just weird.
Because think about it, you only have to be 35 years old, a natural U.S. citizen. I think there's one more thing. But yeah, he could be you can't vote, but you can run for president.
Makes no sense. They need to do an amendment to the law, because I'm like, that's the dumbest.
Well, it's unprecedented. It's unprecedented. Any other time, any other president, Republican or Democrat, if we found out it was a felon, and they were just out of it.
Right.
So this is
the
question.
Same would apply for a job. This is just a public job that he's applying for. Like, once you find out, go ahead.
Mobile, that's the thing. That is honestly the entire argument about politics in and of itself. We have people who are writing laws that know nothing about what they're doing. And I'm not saying that you have to necessarily be an expert, but in many cases, what winds up happening is that you have a group of people who have an ideology about something that are just trying to push something through for the sake of doing it, because either money backs them or it's their right to do so. This, at the end of the day, we are selecting a person to run the country, to effectively be this country's CEO. And by all counts, and I'll just be honest, on both sides of the aisle, this is the best that we've got. Out of millions of people, this is the best that we could do.
This is all we got.
I think this says a lot about where we are in the state of politics of itself.
Yeah. Well, like you said, a lot of people. Well, what did you just say? The laws were written by people who didn't know anything about the law.
Yeah,
and I think most of them were written because they were like, "Oh, we'll never have to deal with this."
And that's how laws get changed. That's how amendments happen. It's like, you never thought that you'd ever have a moment where someone legitimately is a convicted felon, can run for president, and has an honest chance of winning.
A recently convicted felon, like not like in the 80s.
Right, like the same year of the election.
He's been out for 4 years. So you gonna tell me we couldn't do an addendum to say, hey, you can't be an impeached person? Try to
how much you know how much shit would have been swept up because of that. They would have swore we were just aiming that at him.
Right. And that
so you kind of shit that happened.
But but unfortunately you needed this to kind of be a thing where I don't want to say unbiased isn't the word I want to use, but there is actually like court documentation and evidence that supports what actually happened with these 34 counts.
Yeah.
And it's still, I'm just going to be honest, still batshit stupid that there are 34 counts against this man, and it's still a strong chance for him to actually run and win.
Exactly.
Because it's 34 counts. They deliberated 2 days before, and then they said it's part of the 2024 campaign pitch that paints a dire tone for America. Sentencing is July 11th, less than a week before the Republican National Convention. And it's also a few weeks after a scheduled June 27th televised presidential debate. So he's going to do a debate before sentencing.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. I don't think he's going to.
No. This is perfect for him. He doesn't have to do the debate.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to, because he's already proven that he doesn't have to.
Could you imagine like him going up to the debate and all Biden is doing is look at him and like, hi. How you doing? How's your week?
Right.
You know, that's the whole debate. So yeah, I doubt he's going to do that.
He's really going to be a martyr.
What, say it again, Mobile?
He legit said that he wanted to do the debate though. So
that was before the sentencing though.
Before the 34 counts came out, you can't. I'm sorry, hindsight's 2020. You said you wanted to do it. I'm stand on it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
No. He's already proven that he don't have to show up for anything. Remember that health plan he was supposed to unveil during his presidency?
He has done no debates, no public speaking or anything since the presidential campaign started this year.
No, he has. He's done press runs and all that
press
stuff.
runs, yeah, but yeah, he hadn't
he's not done
yeah.
a formal debate. He's already he's already proven he doesn't have to, because he's literally mollywopped the entire competition and he didn't even play by their own rules. Or let me say rules, customs, because rules, imply that if you don't do them, you're out, and he didn't have to do any of them.
Yeah. These the people that are following Jesus, this is strong shit. The
we're live, folks. Things happen.
Wow. The people that are following him, like, they were showing video of these people crying tears, like somebody had died, because he was on trial and they knew he was going to jail for this. So no, he doesn't have to stand in front of a podium and tell these people why he should be elected. They already think he's elected.
Right.
They already think he's elected. And passing amendments and addendums or whatever you want to call it during the time when he wasn't president for the last 4 years, that's kind of like the right before Obama gets elected, saying any picture of a presidential candidate smoking a cigarette takes them out completely. Because we be like, oh, they targeting that him.
I mean, it's not nitpicking. It's legit saying
I believe you. I think this is something that should have been in the books.
You violate my trust. I can't rock with you. That's really what it is.
But then it's like, at that point, you got to break that up into parts. How long ago did you do it? What did you do to show us that you're a better person now?
Oh, there's red tape. Oh,
but I'm just saying, these are things that come up.
But the thing about it is, you have to remember, this is all about campaign funds anyway. On top of it, which is related to his presidential campaign, in and of itself.
Yeah,
that's not me.
That was me. Turn that on. What you call it? Do not disturb.
This is brought to you by sports.
Get some. So yeah, that's just one of the things that you got to think about. I mean, what happens after you say a criminal can't be president?
And it's like you have this one case, and then I don't know, man. It's just really, really strange, because I think ultimately, that's what people have to just realize, is that you're talking about, this is a job. This is effectively a job interview, but we've turned it into a popularity contest.
Yes. Yeah.
And so we need to honestly really think about what are the values and things that we are setting ourselves up for as we move forward. Because if this happens, this is going to set a terrible precedent.
A horrible precedent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well,
it's already bad.
Right. Yeah. But let's not make it worse.
Well, I mean, the presidential seat became glamorized with Kennedy, I believe.
I could see that.
Okay. So after that, it was all, celebrity and who he knew and where he was and blah, blah, blah. Then it hit this lows where it was boring. And you just got the same older people that did what they were supposed to do and got out the White House. And then
Kennedy, then you had Reagan after that.
Right.
Because Reagan was a movie star, right?
He was an actor.
Yeah, he was an actor. So then you had Reagan, and then not so much Bush. Then Clinton came back and started the celebrity again.
I think it was more of that was part of his persona.
But still, he was all over the place playing saxophone on Arsenio Hall and doing all this stuff. It became a celebrity thing.
Right.
And then
back to Bush.
And then Obama made the thing celebrity and sexy and all this. They were beautiful black family and all this other stuff. And the other side was like, we want celebrities too. And this is the one that popped up.
If that's the logic,
it's just what happened. I'm not saying it's like I'm saying it's what happened. It's like, we want a celebrity too, and we want a celebrity we can die behind. So this is the one that stepped up at the right time, at the right place. They probably know nothing about this man, but being that he was a loud, famous person, he was perfect.
He definitely was the loudest in the room. He definitely was.
He was perfect. And he had this quote unquote beautiful wife who had all his.
I heard her say not one word.
Oh, I hadn't seen her in a while.
I hadn't seen her
since. Since.
Yeah, we hadn't seen her in a while. And I'm not going to start any conspiracy theories about her leaving or being buried in the backyard or being cloned or whatever, but we just hadn't seen her. So this is just where we are. Unfortunately, he is going to, Trump followers still going to support him until the end. Absolutely.
Right. I don't think this, sadly, I do not think this changes any votes. Like it may be for some, but for those who really are behind him, absolutely. This changes nothing. This is literally just, this is the man trying to take him down. This is
but the man trying to take him down, you hate, but it's the same man that you want to back. You want to back the blue until the blue comes after you.
Right.
That's t-shirt. Put company on it. Back the blue till the blue comes after you. Yeah. So 34 counts, all guilty. Sentencing is on the 11th, I believe I said.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. He does have the chance to appeal, which he'll do.
All right. So Nick, let me ask you. So if he actually gets jail time and appeals, right?
Yeah.
How long does that appeal take? To like where he's out of jail, or is he still in jail while he's doing the appeal?
Usually you're still in jail.
Okay.
During the appeal. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess some kind of prejudice, something would have to happen, I guess, for him to try to get out. But normally you're still in jail.
So whatever the next highest court would do after, if they say, nah, we good, then that's it, right?
I guess he could try to take it to the Supreme Court.
But why? Yeah, I mean,
but again,
it has to go to the Supreme Court. If he does, it has to. This is a high-profile case, and it makes him look more like a victim. Of course, he's going to go to Supreme Court.
But there has to be some sort of like negligence or something with the case to make it where he can appeal and then continue to higher courts, right? You can't just be like, I don't like the decision, and
I guess technically you can try. I mean, it's still up to it to be heard.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of those things we're gonna have to wait and see what happens, because we have no idea what happened. What comes after this? Nick,
I honestly do think he's gonna get something. He's not gonna get like 4 years per, but he's gonna. I think they're gonna.
Well, 4 is the maximum now. 4 is the max.
Right. Again, 4 is the max, but I think he's gonna get something. I don't think they're gonna let him just walk away from it.
And for all we know, they're gonna tell him, you got to spend 30 days in jail. That's what we're gonna be told. He's gonna go right home. They're not gonna send that old ass man to jail. They're not.
Yeah,
if they do, it's gonna be. It's gonna be.
You saw Cosby, right?
Yeah, he would.
Cosby was a black old man.
If he gets jail a sentence, he going to jail. Now I don't know how they go.
New Yorkers would want to.
I don't know how they go in New York now. They may how much of a percentage of the actual sentence he has to serve. That's another story. Right. But I mean, if the judge gives him jail time, pack your toothbrush. He's gone.
Cuff him.
That man is going to a Holiday Inn with armed guards.
That must be the slang term for the jail in New York, then.
At the Holiday Inn. Sorry, I didn't mean to quote Chingy. Was that Chingy?
Yeah, that's Chingy.
Okay, that was Chingy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I know that, but yes.
All right. So Nick, you brought up nepotism on the show sheet here. Nepotism in the NBA draft. You want to explain what you're talking about so we can kick this one off?
Sure. So and honestly, it can kind of get pivot from sports too, but the point of it is the NBA draft will be coming up in July or whenever it is, and the only real big name is LeBron James' son.
Yep. Ooh, okay.
Brian James, and now granted he had the heart condition earlier this year, so keep that in mind. But when he did end up playing at Southern Cal, statistically he only had like average 4 points a game, so not really what you consider a high draft pick. But people are considering that he could go into the first round or just be drafted at all because of who his dad is, and whether or not some teams would even try to draft him in hopes of getting LeBron to come. So all this hype for somebody who, if his last name wasn't James, we wouldn't even talk about him being in the draft based on how he played, his stats. He would have no business being in the draft.
I would think at this point.
Add more. Then of course there. I don't know the full quote, but the manager Rich Paul is kind of, in so many words, kind of trying to dictate some terms too. Like he's not going to do a two-way deal. He's essentially kind of telling certain teams, don't draft me, don't draft Bronny James. So he's trying to dictate this too. So all this attention for somebody who statistically should not be getting this. So again, and this is the biggest name in the draft, because Mo, do you know who even is like the top prospect?
It's some dude from overseas, but I still don't know his name. It's not like last year when Victor Wembanyama Gucci. Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah. But yeah, whenever it's not like him, but it's somebody overseas.
So then essentially, so the top prospect could go in the second round. He could not get drafted at all. But the biggest thing, the only reason people are really going to watch this draft, unless you're just a basketball purist, is to find out what's going to happen to Bronny. So it's like, is it fair? What do we feel about this? Again, this is not something that usually happens to us. Right. So me personally, I'm not as fully offended by it. I mean, because again, it's not a privilege that we usually get. But it's just like, man, I wish he just
had better
their season. It's hard to justify it.
I wish she was better.
Yeah.
It's just hard to justify this, and I don't want to slander him at all, by no means. It's because it's already enough pressure because his last name's James, but it's just like, he had 4 points a season. The game, it's like, God damn, come on, man.
Yeah,
I agree.
But has that ever worked out for anybody? We've seen prospects come up and we've held them high at a higher standard by name only, and it never really pans out.
True. So I think the thing, though, like I said, at least with some of these other prospects, they had something to hang on to, at least a little bit of a body of work. There's no body of work.
Okay, so
at least collegially. Let me go. Go ahead, Mobile.
So one, nepotism is real. It just seems as if the James family knows exactly how to work it.
Correct.
Because if you think about it, Michael Jordan had two sons that played basketball. Both of them did not do as well. But if nepotism was real, he could have actually dictated where his son wanted to play if his son really was good enough to play.
Yeah.
Now, granted, one of them was good enough because he was at Central Florida. But again, I can understand why you wouldn't, because hell, if your dad is considered the greatest, why would you want to even step foot on the court to even be compared to him? So that probably is weighing on him heavy.
Yeah.
So I can understand why you say, I'm not going to do it. That was your lane. I'm not going to follow it. You're going to use it, but you ain't going to follow it. Like I said, the James family, they're actually using it to their advantage.
Yeah.
So it's like,
what you should do.
Yeah,
I agree. I think that he's also, like we mentioned, he's also using the leverage of LeBron wants to play with Bronny.
Yeah.
Michael never, and Marcus and the other son never had a chance to play with Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So now it's like, and then again, it's like teams, and then it's like, okay, if you're a team, let's say Oklahoma. No, that's wrong. Portland, they're not doing anything. If you're drafting Bronny James, you're not using him to really have him excel. You're drafting him in hopes that LeBron will come to pro.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
again,
and I know.
and
it's not like it's never happened. You had people that had fathers or whose kids followed in their father's footsteps. Dale Curry, Steph Curry. I think Kobe's dad played Joe Bryant. Yeah. But the only difference between that and this is your father wasn't held as like one of the greatest NBA players ever.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just a different time with social media and everybody having their opinion instantly seen.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what makes this a little more high profile than what's happened in the past.
And LeBron has a bigger voice and he's able to dictate. Because again, he's got power, he wields it, and I don't knock him for it. He takes control of his career. So I just think that I just go back to if he had a better showing, because there's some debate, should he stay in college of the year to improve?
Mm-hmm.
So he said, no, I'm not going there. So it's just hard to. I'd have a hard time trying to justify that based on how you perform. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Again, on that note, like I don't want to hold it totally against him because, of course, I was an athletic training major, so I kind of know this whole health history and how things happen. But so I'm not going to hold his playing time at Southern Cal against him, especially now since he actually went to the combine and he actually performed well. Now, granted, he was at USC. Yes, he did transfer out to go to Ohio State. Yada yada yada. So granted, he's still using his dad's influence to even get somewhere because Ohio State is a LeBron James endorsed schoolie. You know what I mean? So they're under that Team James Nike umbrella. Yeah, but anyway, that's another story. So he's still using his dad's influence to actually help him get somewhere. Mm-hmm. But to say that he actually performed well enough to actually say that he could still stay in the draft kind of says a little something. I just don't. So, I mean, right now they projected him being a second rounder. Yeah. And then on top of that, Rich Paul was actually only saying that he was only going to his agent, which is his dad's agent, which is his dad's best friend, yada, yada, yada. That's a whole, like I said, he's using everything to his advantage.
And I don't blame him.
Which he should. Which he should. Yeah.
We're not knocking that at all. Mm-hmm. Again, let me just before you continue, Mobile, because again, we don't usually get the opportunity. So I'm all for that. So go ahead, Mobile.
So I just can't hold that against him. But he's done well enough to say he's still going to stay in the draft. Now, like I said, now the only thing is, they're saying that he's only going to work out for Phoenix and LA. Well, shit.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah. So it's like, well, those are the only two options that your dad will probably try to play on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Good luck on the Phoenix.
Look at right now. That
ain't happening.
Do you think in any sport or career path or anything like that, that nepotism is something that makes that chain weaker eventually? Because I mean, if you have a company and it runs really, really well, and then your son wants to take over a certain branch or get in a certain area, and he's not as seasoned as somebody who's supposed to be there or who should be there, doesn't that kind of make the entire company weaker? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yes and no.
In theory, yes, I think it does. In theory, I guess it could hurt it internally amongst.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's more. I think that's more so where it will affect it more internally, just because how much.
Somebody's been there 5 years and they know exactly what they got to do and how to operate it versus. Oh, you're just getting
you coming in like Tommy Boy. I mean, but and we talked about a little bit of nepotism earlier in our personal chat when they had the Lion King play going on, and Mobile, you had some feelings about it when I said it. So they had this big Lion King Broadway show going, and they had these people trying out and practicing, and one family said they drove 3 hours 4 times because they got called back they made it through 4 rounds of callbacks. And then right when they were supposed to pick who was playing, I think everybody was trying out for Simba. But when they were about to pick who was going to play for Simba, Kim Kardashian comes, stuffs some money in the director's pocket, and then sticks Northwest on stage. And from what I understand and what's online, it looked like a high school play. Because it's a child, so I'm not going to say anything negative about a child, but she was not a seasoned actor like some of these kids her same age, and it showed on stage. So that's what I mean, like when nepotism sticks this little ugly head in there, and I don't even think this is nepotism because her mom didn't
pay to play. I'll just pay to play.
Yeah, that's pay to play. When pay to play shows its head, and it weakens an entire organization optically.
Yeah,
you know, it brings people to see it.
It brings eyes.
Yeah, but it weakens it because they're like, this is trash, because that one person makes the entire thing look like trash. Because everybody has to play this extra part to make you look better. And that's what was going on. There were people having to step out of their area to move her around because she didn't know where to stand and all this other stuff. So it made it look very, very elementary.
Okay, Rob. Dang.
What did Rob say?
Don't repeat that.
Oh, he said, I'll say it. I'm not going to say anything bad about a child because, you know, it's a child. And that kid was only doing what made their parents happy, which is a kid's job. Make your parents proud.
Yeah, but at the same time, the parent, in this case, the Kardashians, they pushed their child to actually do this. Now, let's just say, if Northwest still wants to actually pursue acting, especially in Broadway, because Broadway acting and television acting are totally different things.
Two different things.
But if she wants to pursue Tyler. Now, granted, and granted, it might be her thing. I mean, she might see her mom on television on various other shows, not their show. Because granted, their show's damn near scripted, but nobody cares.
It's not, no.
Right.
So she might see that and say, all right, well, I want to take my stab at it. And then she might genuinely like it. We don't know.
Yeah. Well, some things do happen to where we get a better actor out of it. Shit, Denzel Washington's son is an amazing actor. So sometimes we do get something quality or almost better or the same quality as the main person when a child starts doing something. This was not it.
No.
This was not it. Not when you have to do this. I don't know how many times they put on those plays a day, but I know it's damn near every day for like a year.
Right.
So maybe by the end of the year she'll be amazing, but opening night she was not, and it showed. And now people are thinking, you know, stop putting your kids in our faces, making them do things that they can't do. And I think this the one that raps too.
I don't know.
Is this the one that rap with Kanye? Well,
I don't keep up with any of the Kardashian.
No, but I think there was one that was rapping on Kanye's song. I think this is the same girl, right?
I wouldn't put it past Kanye for doing.
So it kind of just looks like it kind of seems like they're trying to find something that she can do and she wants to do. The problem is they're putting her in the front of the line with people who can do.
That's the problem.
And this is the thing and this is the same thing with the NBA. LeBron's son, they're putting him in front of the line in front of people who deserve the spot.
You know what? Just to go back to Bronny for a second, all this extra pressure and putting on the spot that's going to happen to him. That first game in the NBA.
Oh, they're going to bust his ass.
Oh, it's going to show a lot. Yeah.
That's all I need to say. Yeah. Hey, all I can say, think about remember what happened to Lonzo Ball?
Who?
Yeah. Okay. Exactly. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
Yeah, they're going to bust his ass because, first of all, if you're a freshman ball player anywhere in the NBA, they're going to bust your ass just because you just got there. And you got the James Nunn name.
But then all this other stuff that you're trying to dictate things like, oh, you this good? Right. Oh, that's all I got to say.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a lot of pressure on these kids. I feel bad for them, to be honest with you. When your parent is a superstar, and they want you to follow in their steps and get you to start doing it, and your heart ain't into it. I feel bad for them.
But at the same time, you got to have the talent, because
you do.
Because one good example, because I seen Rob say Will Smith did it to his kids. Yeah, Will Smith did it to his kids. There was some talent there.
But he stopped his kids?
No, I didn't know. I did not say that. But
okay. Sorry.
But Rev Run, his kids was actually in I know JoJo was, and but his main the one that actually made it is successful at was well, no, Angela and the other girl, what's her name? Angela and escapes.
Damn, I forgot there was another one.
They're not in the entertainment. Vanessa, yeah,
okay.
They're not in the entertainment. Diggy's in the entertainment, and because he had a song that actually blew up. He could have still been an artist, but he chose actually to do acting. So, and he's on Grown Years, and that sad to say that ended. Which we're gonna do. That's my topic later on in a minute. But
okay.
So
yeah,
it kind of that's nepotism working again. But you got to have the talent to show that you are good at it.
But see, that's almost not even fair. It's like you have the parents' backing and the financial backing to sit there, go to somebody's professional studio, put out an album or a song, it's popping, and you be like, I don't want to do this, I'm gonna start doing acting, and you got the time and the money to go to do something completely different. It's cool because you had those doors open, but it doesn't really seem fair.
Yeah,
I mean, but let's think about this too, right? Because all of us, in some way, shape, or form, have probably benefited from some sort of network that we're a part of.
Absolutely.
Our parents are a part of. To be able to open a door that probably we didn't have access to, right?
Yep.
I'll be honest. My entire career in highway safety, I owe to my dad, because I just happened to be at lunch, and then they slid me in for an interview. I had the talent associated with the job, but that's what happened, right? So, I mean, I agree absolutely, because if you suck and then you get thrown to the front of the line, it's like, okay, we have a problem. But there's the other side of this too, where you do have people who honestly, it's like, hey, they have the chops, and their parents are like, hey, let's open the door.
You're right.
Oh, you stupid.
Damn it, Rob.
Damn. You're right. You're exactly right, Rich. Shit, Rob opened the door for me that wouldn't have opened otherwise. So we all benefit in some shape, form, or fashion.
But what like a parent's job is to try to, like, it's not necessarily to make their life easy, but it's to help them chart that course.
Yeah.
In some ways, especially with people who have that opportunity, it's like, hey, well, if I know you trying to do this, I'm gonna put you in the best spot to make it happen.
Yeah.
LeBron's doing that with his kid. I can't knock it.
I forgot whose parent that was. It was a celebrity some weeks ago. Somebody asked them if they were going to help their child make it, or if they were going to help their child make it in the industry or anything. He was like, no, my kid's not getting a dime from me.
Bill Gates.
Now, of course, it's good when your parents help you and, they get you in doors that wouldn't otherwise open. But how do you feel about the parents who have the opportunity to help you get somewhere and won't do shit for you?
Oh, that's like Shaq. Shaq ain't do nothing for he even said it, like, which is kind of weird, because he said, after he got his degrees, he said he ain't giving his kids not a dime until they get theirs. I understood it, but at the same time, like, bro, you can help them get it. You ain't got to give it to them,
right?
Yeah.
That was like one of them being an asshole moments, but you want to be a tough asshole.
Yeah. Because
I'm not going to judge how someone parents.
Yes,
as long as it's not illegal. But my thing is, you want to be able to provide for your children, put them in a good position. So as long as they're motivated, they're trying to do something well, I want to be able to help them.
Right.
Yeah. And
especially if I have the resources to help them.
You can't sit there with your kids seeing the background of all this stuff, the life, the travel, the money, the fame, and then be like, I don't know you. When the kid starts wanting that.
Right.
You know.
Straight asshole.
You know, so
it's literally like, let me put you on. Nah, son, you good.
You good. I'm busy.
Right.
So I mean, on one hand, I kind of don't like nepotism, but then on the other hand, I understand assisting a little bit. Don't sit there and make them and put them on the all-star team, you know.
Right.
But show them the door, show them what you did, help them a little bit. Financially, that is your responsibility until they're 17? 18. But to sit here and say
it's your whole life technically, but
sit there and say I'm not giving you shit after you turn 18 and you move out my house, that's fucked up. You know, that's fucked up. Like, I don't want to see Shaq kids or, you know, Will Smith kids working with me at Lowe's. Like, what the fuck are you doing here? You have opportunities to do things better. Your parents should have helped you do things better. Even if it wasn't following directly in their footsteps, they should have opened the door. What's the score, Nick?
84-52.
Shit. Huh. Okay. That's an ass whooping. Let's see. Mobile, you got something for us? Or you're
yeah.
Go ahead. Okay, I see it. All right, so we're gonna do Mobile's moment here. Let me get this set up. Present, share screen.
Chat popping. Let's get a chat popping. Let's see who's still here. Robin, where you at? Rob,
Ernest. I think Marcus Sleep.
Oh yeah, Marcus, he passed out.
All right, so Mobile's moment says, what TV show got canceled you still mad about? Shit.
Oh, I know mine right off the top.
Go ahead, give us yours.
What you got, Rich?
Bloodline on Netflix.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that before. Okay.
And Bloodline's a show. I mean, because they basically tell you in the first episode, it's a family that commits a murder and hides it, and the entire show is about.
Who was the main guy in there? Because that's not the Judge show, is it? With the judge that had the son that killed? Okay.
No, that was Your Honor. Yes, that's on my list. That is definitely on my list.
Okay. Yes. Ernest, go away.
Go away. Yeah, I saw that.
Ernest said homeboys in outer space. Go away.
Kyle Chandler.
Well, let's go down the list of Robin. Robin said rap shit.
Hold on, Kyle Chandler.
Kyle Chandler, yeah, there you go. And
okay.
And why is it like I'm drawing a blank from the guy who played in Rogue One? He was the Skrull dude.
Ben Mendelsohn.
Ben Mendelsohn, yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And like that was the role that honestly like put like me on notice for that guy in particular, like that because he played that role to a T. And it was sad when that show got canceled because what it really came down to was the production cost was too high to keep it in Florida. Mm-hmm. So the third season was just trash and they canceled the show.
Well, that's what happened with, I know nobody watched it, but Swamp Thing, when it came back, it was an amazing show.
It came back.
Really?
Yeah, it was an amazing show. It was too expensive. I think it was like 2 years ago. It was way too expensive. The production cost was too much, and they ended up canceling it. And you could tell, like you said, towards the end when they were scraping by because the effects got shitty. It was like somebody was off stage throwing vines in front of the camera. Like it got real shitty. So yeah, that was one. Go down Robin's list here. She got a few. Robin said rap shit. I know a lot of people was mad about that.
Yeah, I was definitely upset about that one because the second season was good. It was good enough to say, all right, yeah, we're doing a third. And they just HBO just clipped everything black. Like they, yeah. And
that happens pretty like without the actors knowing, because every time I've heard the actors say their show got canceled, it was like, yeah, I was just sitting home and they said, you don't have to come in today. So they kind of just do that shit. Robin said bigger. I don't know what bigger is. Y'all know what that is?
I'm just gonna pause that.
Damn it. Girlfriends.
Yeah, Girlfriends,
Okay.
they ended prematurely.
Yeah, girlfriends, yes, but I'll just say this: when Tony left the show, it went downhill.
That's usually when they do a big change like that in the season, you're like, okay, this is about to be done.
Yeah.
Sharp Objects. Okay.
Yeah.
Good Times was jumping the shark. They started to do weird shit, so that's why Good Times was gone.
It ran too long.
X-Files could have been longer. I did like X-Files. Ernest says Homeboy is not a space, go away. And Mad TV. Mad TV was dope.
Mad TV was good.
And then
that was really underrated. Like, even though that was Mad TV was Saturday Night Live's comp. Like,
did they come on the same night? Did they come on Saturday night, like just like Saturday Night Live? Because I think I remember flipping back and forth.
I don't that one I can't remember.
Okay. And Playmakers, Rob said.
I definitely Playmakers. And I definitely miss Ballers. Ballers should not have got cut off.
I like Ballers.
Yep. That should not have got cut off.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, Robin said, not Robin. Ernest said they did come on the same time. I thought I remember flipping back and forth because that was the time when like WWF and WCW was coming on at the same time. You had to flip back and forth. Yeah. See, I did like. Go ahead. Sorry. No.
I know Robin said Martin, which that's my personal favorite sitcom of all time. But again, when Gina left the show,
right.
That's all on Martin though. So
I agree. No, I'm not saying it's not her. It's all on Martin. Yes, but I'm just saying when she left the show, that dynamic was gone.
It got weird. It's like they were never in scenes together, and it just like two different shows.
Exactly. So like the first 4 seasons are great. I don't. Fifth season, it never happened to me.
Yeah.
I will say this though too, because someone brought Mad TV in living color.
Right. I was thinking that too. As soon as you said
I'm still, even though again, it's kind of like some of the other shows. When the Waynes left the show, it went down. It wasn't, the quality was not there, but it was still, it still could survive. So I was mad and still wish that show came on. I know they tried to reboot it, I heard, but it never.
Yeah, I heard they did too. Those reboot shits never happened too smoothly.
Pretty much.
Mobile, you gave one, didn't you? Or you gave a couple?
I gave a couple of them.
Okay.
I say Your Honor and Ballers and Insecure. Yeah. Well, Insecure, I don't think Insecure got canceled. They just ended.
Yes, and it needed to.
So Brian, how do you feel about that? I'm sorry, I couldn't resist, Brian. I'm sorry. Come on back.
Succession.
What else is there? There's a couple of others that
there's some shit that I've just been trying to get y'all to watch. Y'all had like Letterkenny is a great show, and it's done now. I think that could have went a couple more seasons. Carl Anthony Towns plays a waste of space. He would be a party bottom in prison. Oh my God.
Whoa.
Brian, what was the last season of Insecure you watched? I am actually on the last season.
Really?
Yes.
Impressive.
But you've been on the last season for a year now, though, right?
No. Couple months.
It was definitely the last 4 months.
Couple months.
I'm gonna say 8 and a possible.
I like that one. Because I feel like we've been kind of talking about this for a while now. So.
And I started back and then I stopped again.
Damn it, Brian.
Yeah. So I mean, mad about it, but mad about something being canceled. I don't know. What's been running for too long for y'all? Like what went over the
I need to add one. The Flash. I like The Flash when it came on CW. Yes, it was a great show, but seasons 6, 7, and 8, them shits was like, bro, y'all really.
Okay, so you're saying that was too long. That one lasted too long.
No, it didn't. No, it. I was glad it got canceled because the last 3 seasons were just garbage.
Like I said, they started doing shit and it starts to fall apart. I didn't know what was going on.
First 5 seasons. Oh man, you are locked in on the Flash.
I asked my nephew what was going on, and he started talking about daughters
I just happen to remember one. Drive.
Who?
It was a show on Fox. It was about a cross-country race. Nathan Fillion was in it.
You said Drive?
Drive.
Huh.
Yep. It had one season.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I really, because it was also like, car stuff too. So, all those things together. I think he was like an ex-convict, if I remember correctly. But yeah, like that one was one that I was hurt that it got canceled.
Let me throw another one in there. The Boondocks. Definitely mad about.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Right. They could go. You bring them back right now. People will actually start watching it all.
You know what? To be honest,
but to Nick's point, once Aaron Magruder left,
yeah,
trash.
I mean, it's
and that also Pops. He died too.
Yeah.
Boondocks is one of those things like it'll be on and you'll watch it and like, oh, I don't remember this episode. When you know you done seen them all.
Yeah, you done seen everything.
Yeah, it's like I don't remember this episode. Dallas is OJing Minnesota. Oh, you can't say it.
Bro,
whoa. Hey, Mark. Whoa.
If you put it on the prompter, I'm going to read it.
First off, let's not jinx Dallas. Number two, Marcus, that's just no.
Robin says if they cancel Abbott Elementary with rioting, that show is genius. Gregory finally got to fold her up on the last episode.
I ain't gonna say spoiler. Yeah, he definitely.
I was like, that's a spoiler alert.
Yeah, if you hadn't seen the last episode,
you see it. Yeah.
Robin just messed that up for you. Thanks for Robin.
But I do agree with you, Robin, though.
Yeah, finally.
I haven't seen the last episode, so I'm like,
oh damn, damn it, Robin.
Yeah. So I appreciate the spoiler.
They did a good job, like gradually making her. I'm sorry, it's gonna sound bad, but gradually making her more attractive during the seasons. She wasn't an ugly girl to begin with, but they made her really homely when the show started, and then they slowly started putting her in better outfits.
I mean, she was goofy looking. Let's just be honest.
I mean, she was. To me, she dressed appropriate for being a grade school teacher.
But they gradually started, like when they do out of the school scenes and stuff, they gradually made her look better.
Yeah.
I would say the third season was the weakest one. It still was good, but I thought it was
I would agree. I would absolutely.
Yeah.
Robin said, "Shut the fuck up, Nick."
I mean, but you can have a weak
goofy.
You can have you can have a weak season.
I'm sorry.
Out of a set. I mean,
I think he's talking about. I think she's talking about because he said she looked goofy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
thank you. Yeah, I'm with you, Rob. You're not gonna fight that one by yourself. I'm with you.
Hey, I don't care. I want all the smoke.
Oh man, the stupid Office knockoff plot is burnt out. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Well, they're bringing back the Office, Marcus. Of course, it's not going to be Dunder Mifflin, but they're bringing back the Office. I don't know if they're keeping the same other characters. I know that old boy is making way too much money to come back.
Just don't do it. Do not do this.
What's his name?
Steve Carell's not.
Not Steve Carell. The
okay. I don't watch the show.
The main actor guy, the tall white guy.
But what's his name? What? Married to Emily Blunt.
Shit, what is his name?
John Krasinski.
Yeah, John Krasinski. Yeah, he's making too much money to come back. And plus, I think he's doing one of those made for TV type was a movie things. He's doing like not Jack Reacher, but he's doing some show. Let me see. Hold on. John
he's basically trying to be an action star at this point.
But he looks goofy to me. Like I'm not buying it. Krasinski. How you spell fucking Krasinski? Oh, there it is.
Let Google do it for you.
Yeah, he's he's in A Quiet Place. Oh yeah, he was in A Quiet Place. Jack Ryan. Or is that over? Jack Ryan's done.
I think he's already done that.
Okay, that's done. Well, that was a series. It lasted from 2018 to 2023.
Yeah.
But yeah, all his things are these weird action movies that really don't.
Trying to be that guy, man.
Yeah. We all thought he was going to be the Fantastic Four guy.
Dr. Richard Reed.
Yeah. Robin says Tales from the Crypt. Was that a series? Oh, that was a series, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a series.
No. Just no.
My Name is Earl.
That could have stayed canceled.
Well, yeah. My Name is Earl or Tales from the Crypt?
Tales from the Crypt.
No.
That's no.
Well, but like I said, what lasted too long for y'all? I know Mobile said the show that he said.
Oh, I can tell you, I got one. Easy.
What?
Grey's Anatomy.
What? That show is still fucking on.
It's still going.
Yes.
Yes.
I used to be on that heavy back in.
I never watched that show.
This show has been on for 20 seasons.
That needs to go.
20 seasons. I don't even think Grey's on it anymore.
She left and then came back. Yeah, she left and then she came back.
Yeah, because it's Grey's Anatomy. You didn't have any we need Grey.
Right.
Yeah, that's the point, right?
Exactly. You stuck, buddy. The soaps last too long. How is Victor Newman still alive? Nobody unplugged him. Friends is terrible. I watched one episode. Horrible. You only watched one episode of Friends? I'm not gonna lie. I've watched quite a few.
But did you see the prequel?
There was a prequel.
Oh
man. Law and Order. You saying Law and Order lasts too long?
No,
that's what she's saying. Law and Order's been on for too long.
Well, it just came back. But honestly, that's a show that could never go away.
God damn it, Marcus. Marcus said, was New York Undercover mentioned? They diddied us with the last season.
Well, again, old boy got killed.
Who got killed on New York Undercover?
Yeah. Oh, Puerto Rican dude.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I do remember that.
Yeah. Well, Puerto Rican dude.
They had Tommy in the last season from Martin.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was trash.
That was a great fucking show, man.
Yeah,
I agree. Up to last season, I agree.
Okay, Robin asked. She said she loves Friends. She said, "Is this a safe place to share the silly stuff we watch?"
No,
absolutely.
No.
Go ahead, Robin. What's some silly shit you watch that you want to share with us?
All right, here we go.
And Marcus said Marcus says that wasn't the last season that he got killed.
I know. I'm saying the last season was the one with Tommy, though.
Oh,
yeah, I know it was. Yeah.
Rob said, "Yup, horrible nonsense. Let's watch dummies drink coffee. Someone should have gotten them the Jones Kool-Aid." I really got to stop reading y'all comments before I read y'all comments.
Yeah, like you read them live. That's not good.
Damn. Ernest says, "I was glad when they canceled Wings. Back then, parents were NBC addicts." I watched a couple episodes of Wings.
I watched Wings when it was on USA because it came on right after WWF Raw.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of just stayed on it. But yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm. Damn, there was a lot of TV shows back then. What was Nightshade or some shit like that? Evening Shade? Yeah. I don't know why that came to my mind just now. Who was on that? Evening Shade. Damn, that was Burt Reynolds.
Rob with the jab. I see you, Rob.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
that was Burt Reynolds, Mary Lou Henner. What's the black guy?
Okay, Brian,
Ozzie Davis was on that.
Brian, do not read what Marcus said, okay?
Yeah.
Do not read out loud.
Do not.
Yeah. That's what happened, though. That's what happened.
I'm just saying, don't read it out loud.
Yeah, don't read it out. Don't read
that is what. That's from what I understand, from what I heard, and that's what we were talking about earlier about the Eddie Murphy and the Martin thing. And I said, it's Eddie Murphy. He said, y'all were like, Martin hit a peak, and then Eddie kind of just rose into stardom. And I was like, Martin just didn't handle his drugs as good as Eddie. That's it ain't a lie.
Well, just because it's not a lie, that don't mean you should have your say on air.
Yeah, I got you.
That's all I'm saying.
So earlier, y'all, we were talking about the Bad Boys Part 4.
Yeah,
Bad Boys 4. And
wait, is it 4 or 5?
It's 4.
It's 4.
Unfortunately, it's 4.
Mm-hmm.
Are you
ride or die? Because it's Bad Boys 1, 2, then Bad Boys for Life, then this.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So Robin says, so I like the 90s Cops episodes. Everybody Loves Raymond. New Scandinavian Cooking. That's one word. New Scandinavian Cooking. What the fuck that is. Divorce Court with Judge Lynn, Silk Stockings. Wow.
I used to like Silk Stockings. That's I'm not gonna hold you. Yes, I was on Silk Stockings.
Again, now you were talking about something else on USA after wrestling.
Yep,
Silk Stocking.
Jesus. Yeah, Silk Stockings. And what did she say? Matlock and Little House on the Prairie. I didn't like Little House on the Prairie because I was like, I know these people say nigga. I know they do. They out here with this Appalachian shit. I know they out here talking mess about nigga. Marcus said he was mad about Sopranos. Was it time though? Was it time for the Sopranos to end?
I don't know. I never got into Sopranos, so
neither did I.
Well, Nick, you watched it, right?
I'm watching now. I've only seen parts of it here and there, but what I watch is good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's Sosa that watches.
Sosa watches.
Okay.
Yeah.
Real Sex did get canceled.
Real Sex got canceled? What? They would be like on part 256 by now.
Yeah.
That show fucked a lot of people up. Rob said, "What else? What else could they do?" Like, I covered this shit already. Put the doll and the balloons down. Come on. Okay, Robin asked a question. She says, "Wait, y'all be honest as men. Did Old Yeller make y'all cry?"
No.
I never watched Old Yeller, so
no.
I figured they had better time to shoot that dog than when he would attack the boy. I was like, y'all had plenty of time to kill this fucking dog. Plenty of time. Night Court came back. I don't know if anybody's been watching the
Night
Court. Is it okay?
It's solid. It's solid. I like it.
Okay. All right. So plenty to watch. Show that y'all need to watch is Resident Alien. That shit's greatness. I know y'all ain't into the sci-fi like I am.
No. I started watching in a couple episodes. That is actually solid.
Mm-hmm. Rich background looked like a first 48 episode when they walked.
Marcus used that same joke last week.
Yeah, he did. Same joke, Marcus.
It's not going to change.
Robin, Fallout is solid. I don't see where they can go with it. I mean, I never played the game, so I don't know how deep the story goes. I just don't see how much further they can go after like another season.
I think it takes place either before a game or I think it's before one of the games. I think it's before 76 is where it's
yeah. So I mean, we'll see. There's a bunch of shit that has been canceled that I wish they kept on, but things happen, things get bumped. I know Netflix likes canceling shit that people enjoy. So
the algorithm basically influences that decision.
So I'm rewatching all of the NBA Finals Jordan played in.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. Not at all. Anybody got anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to get off the chest? Any shotgun topics they want to maybe hash out for the next few minutes or anything? No. But yet they keep some of that awful shit. Yeah, man. They do keep posting shit. Netflix is getting horrible. I mean, and I don't want to sound like a angry old white man or whatever, but all this foreign shit on Netflix, I ain't got nothing to watch. I don't feel like reading my TV shows and movies.
Fuck. Don't do no reading?
No. Netflix on that BS I can't get on my because they think you're trying to steal that password.
Yep.
I heard Disney was gonna start doing that too.
Oh yeah. Everybody's gonna start doing it. Give it time. Yeah, the reason why Netflix is keeping all their trash is because we like trash. People watch it. That's it.
That's a good point.
It's a car wreck. Most of the things that are safe on these streaming platforms is the reality show type shit.
Yep.
What is the Asian thing? The 100 physical 100. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie though, that was actually cool.
The first season was pretty damn good.
I haven't watched the second one, but the first one was actually, which is also weird. It's also weird because it's like I'm watching this show and I'm eating the worst meal possible.
Exactly. Like, damn, these motherfuckers strong. Ice cream.
Right.
Sure wish I could do that. Soda. But it makes a lot of sense because everybody wants to be or thinks they're an athlete because they work out a certain way, but they can't stand toe to toe with somebody in a completely different kind of event.
Yep.
Like distance runners can't hold a torch to a wrestler, you know, or a bodybuilder can't hold a torch to a track star. So it puts all these different body types together, and you really know who can do everything.
Right.
And it's never the bodybuilder. Never the bodybuilder. Them the first motherfuckers to go.
You remember that one? There was one episode in particular where it was a female bodybuilder, and it was like this guy who was like a special forces dude, and they were like they put the two of them to wrestle each other, and it was very clear that there was like a suggestive type of like excitement with her wrestling that guy.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
it was like right,
ma'am. This is for cable. For cable. So yeah, that was a good show. But I guess if anybody got anything else they want to say, continue the NBA finals. I don't know when the first game is supposed to be. Nick?
June 6th.
Yeah, actually should be next Thursday when we
Okay. And this is when I'll start watching and talking like I've been watching it the entire season.
God damn it, Brian.
Brian got a lot of funkies in the background and a Umar Johnson long sleeve popping. That is the hoodie in the back is by my homeboy Preach, and that is not fucking Umar Johnson. Y'all get in the garage or hotel room and film your podcast from there at least once a month. She really wants us to be in the same room. I think it's an assassination plot. Robin trying to kill all us at the same time. Can't get us yet.
We know her TV secrets now.
Yeah. We're gonna tell everybody she watched Evening Shade. Moonlighting. Dallas whooping ass right now. All right. It might be a Dallas finals then. We'll see. It was everybody like getting swept this week, so you know.
Well, it's not a sweep. It would be a sweep this time.
But all right, y'all. We're gonna get out of here. Thank y'all so much for allowing us to keep you company. It's been fun. Good show tonight. Robin may want to be on Cops. Okay. Y'all, we'll be back next Thursday with more topics, and hopefully Sosa and Izzo can join us. Fortunately, they were not able to join us tonight. Y'all keep it good, and we will holler at you later. Peace. Nick, sing a song.
I got nothing.